Do you wish you could quit teaching and start working from home so you could spend more time with your babies? Are you tired of scouring the internet for legit jobs that will replace your teaching income and that you can do from home in your PJs? Hey mama, welcome to Ditch the Classroom. I know you're over there Googling jobs for teachers, legit work at home jobs, or start a side hustle, yet you can't figure out how to take that first step toward quitting teaching. So instead, you stay stuck, do nothing, or start random side hustles to make quick money. Virtual assistance is the answered prayer you've been waiting for. My name's Ariana, and I'm a former teacher turned work-at-home mom who replaced my teaching income as a virtual assistant in just 6 months. I did this by taking a step of faith and following the dream that God placed on my heart to be home with my babies. Sister, your dreams pale in comparison to God's dreams for you. Imagine offering services that light you up and having a job that works around your life and not the other way around. This is the podcast for you. It's time to take that first step out of teaching. Are you ready? Here we go.
Hey friends. On today's episode of Quick Tip Thursday here on the Digital Classroom podcast, I'm answering a question from one of our amazing ladies over in the free Facebook community, facebook.com/groups/digital classroom. And she asked, what name should I use for my virtual assistant business? I see a lot of my teacher turned virtual assistant program students get hung up on this, trying to come up with something creative and fun. I actually don't recommend coming up with like a super unique name. I recommend using just your first and last name as your business name. The reason being, if you set up a name that's very specific and talks about your social media manager, for example. Well, what happens when you decide to pivot services and maybe, go into website design? Well, then your business name doesn't match anymore and you have to change it, and it's just a pain in the butt. So when you just go with your first and last name, it makes it so much easier if you decide to pivot down the line. I did not follow this advice. I first started off, my business name was Seacrest Creative because I was doing like graphic design and all of that. And when I decided to kind of pivot my services, it was a pain in the butt to change everything and to re-register my business and all of that. So I really just recommend go with your first name and your last name. My business is now Ariana Vernier LLC. And then I just have like the component Ariana Vernier Design like underneath that. So it makes it a lot easier. Just listen, take my advice. I know sometimes we want to be more creative, but honestly, it's easier for people to know like how to find you if they're just going by your first and last name rather than trying to figure out, oh, what was her business name again? It's just easier to go with your first and last name. All right, if you have a question you would like for me to answer on the Quick Tip Thursday episodes here on the podcast, go to our free Facebook group. That's at facebook.com/groups/digital classroom. Scroll to our Quick Tip Thursday post and drop your question there. I would love to answer it here on the show for you. I love y'all so much, and we will see you next episode.
Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I'd love to bless you with a free gift as a thank you. All you have to do is leave a review of the show on Apple Podcasts, take a screenshot, and send it to podcast@ditchtheclassroom.com. I'll send you a code so you can snag my Ditch the Classroom toolkit for free. And don't forget to come hang out with us in our free community, facebook.com/groups/Ditch the Classroom. I'm so honored to support you in your journey to becoming a virtual assistant. Until next week, y'all. Keep following the dreams that were placed on your heart so you too can ditch the classroom.